And tell you the truth, in the spirit of this, I got a thing.
Oh wow, we doing the ranking? Hold up, hold up,
I
hold up.
think we should.
If we doing this, hold up. I gotta go get the hot dogs. That's
I think we should. Go ahead and turn that off because that way I can get rid of that. Oh, there we go. Thing has 18 images in it. That's crazy. That's still one of the wildest things I've seen. Is there's so many teams in the ACC for what reason? And to be honest, Notre Dame shouldn't even really be in here. They're an independent. They don't even really need to be here. Because if you're gonna do anybody's rankings at all, Notre Dame it probably end up in everybody's rankings because that's BS to me. Every other team you got is in the ACC. Just do the ACC. Man, to go get his hot dog. Man, what we could do? Let's see. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Take it back now, y'all. Oh Lord. Gotta find it. Where is it at?
all right, people. I'm back, and my co-host did not entertain you. I apologize in advance.
I did for a little bit.
And then you left them there. You got to be constant entertainment to the people. They demand it.
Yeah, I got caught up in the side job.
Oh God.
Got caught up in the side venture. You know, the ADHD kicked in. But now, okay, so got us a little tier list here, and we're gonna see.
Mhm.
By your opinion, I'm still upset that Notre Dame is even in here. Shouldn't even be here.
Wait, oh, you said that they aren't there.
No, I'm upset that they are here,
Nah, but you be mad that they don't play in the ACC.
and I'm upset that they're here because they don't play in the ACC. This is an ACC tier list. You don't deserve to be here.
But you said it, but you're mad because you said they need to be
Straddling
there.
the line. They need to be, but they're not. That's why I'm mad they're here. They need
I'm
to pick a
compulsive.
side.
I was like, I'm compulsive, but you
Because
want
every
them
other
there.
team, because every other team that they got is in here. But the football team ain't in here. But no, it's just an ACC tier. It's just ACC schools in general. So that's why they're there. So it is what it is. Anyway, going with the football rankings here. So do you want to go from who's the D tier list to the S tier? Or do you want to go from the S tier down to the D tier? Or just work your way through one after
I'm
the other?
surprised. I'm surprised you ain't rename these tiers like top dog, solid, bougie.
I mean, I could. I ain't worried about that.
We'll do it next time.
The bunkie.
but straight bunky.
Okay, so Wake Forest honestly has been one of those teams that you
I'm gonna be real. Wake Forest football, as unfortunate as it is, you in the D tier to me, dog.
like. I
I don't
honestly,
want to
I
be
could honestly
disrespectful.
give
I could
them.
put them C, but
I'd say I could honestly give them C tier because they're not terrible. They've had good seasons. They have good players. It's just
y'all
you
never
don't
put
have the
together a
record.
good season.
Yeah, you just never put a full city, like a full record together to be
I'll
like, yeah,
put
nah,
them
this is
C.
what we got.
I'll put them C.
All right, one of your most hated teams, Boston College. Because for some
Listen,
reason, Boston College, anytime they play Clemson, just decides, you know what, we gonna show out and show up. We don't have
listen.
to play nobody else on this list like that, but we'll play we'll play that orange like that though.
Hey, listen. Boston College. Boston College gave me one of the best players in my NFL team of all time, in Luke Kuechly. So
They did.
I can't
They
hate him too
produce
much.
athletes.
I can't hate him too much. I'm gonna give him a
Like
B.
I could
Just for that alone,
listen,
I'm gonna be biased. I'm giving him a B.
I was gonna tell you like they're not S tier and they're not exactly A, but I could
I'm
definitely
giving
give
him a
them B.
B. Now, could they be bottom end B? Yes, but I'm because they gave me Luke Kuechly. Y'all know how to produce. Y'all know how to produce some athletes. I can't even
I
lie.
mean, we got more teams. We'll see how it go.
In terms of the SEC, what are we talking about?
In terms of SEC, we're not.
Oh, I mean not SEC. In terms of the ACC, in terms of the ACC, we know them boys in orange. We know them
Yeah,
Orange Tigers
we
are
already know they better be S tier.
AS
We already
tier.
know they gotta be.
Like they got
Gotta be.
if you put them for the ACC alone, if you put Clemson but anything below S, especially in recent memory, you're just hating.
Oh yeah, they've been one of the most consistent teams in the ACC in recent memory. Like, think about it. Back like they beat Bama in the championship, went back again.
Right.
Like like I said, they beat Bama twice in
Think about it.
championship and
When's
big
the last
games.
time to this day we ain't never seen a Nick Saban led Bama team get dog walked 44-17?
Like it just ain't happening. So it just ain't. This Clemson just automatically has to go up here. Pitt though,
I'm putting Pitt at a C.
like Pitt floats in that B to C depending on
Pitt's
who's
a
there. That
C. Pitt's a
it's
C.
like
Great.
they're
They're a
above
B.
Wake Forest.
Yeah, I
They're
put them.
above Wake
I
Forest,
put them above
but
Wake.
like like Pitt is literally relying on what's what specialties pieces they have that year. Because if they ain't got a deep squad of specialties guys, they're not gonna be that great.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like the defense may hold up a little bit, but they're not gonna hold up long enough to win you games.
I'm gonna let you push
Notre
your
Dame
agenda. I'm gonna
be a
let you
D
push
tier
your
because
agenda. I'm gonna let you push your agenda with this one.
like unbiasedly, you're an A team. Biasedly, you're D, along with Duke.
That man might create. Hey, go ahead. Listen, you
Duke,
know
you
what?
just go out of there off
hey,
cliff.
I was about to say, add another tier, and just put Duke. Add another tier below D, and just put Duke, bro. Like you should be able to do that.
Don't let me.
Yeah, you should. Like if you go click
There we
the
go.
spinny wheel,
Add a row
there you
D.
go. Add a row.
Duke.
Duke. and then just put. Oh, you changed it.
That was Duke.
Yep. And then go back and change D. And then put Duke down there.
Well, I'll even respectfully give you your color. There you go, Duke.
There you go. That's where y'all belong. That's where you belong.
And you know what?
Not you making a Notre Dame. Not you making a Notre Dame one. I swear, bro. this man said cheap.
Sheep.
Yo.
All right, now back to the real teams. Now back to the 100% ACC teams. SMU.
Oh, SMU.
I'll give them a B right now.
I was
Just
about to
so
say
that
they got to
like
do it. They got to do it again. If
they got to do it again.
if they do it again, they're above Boston College. But if they do
They're
it again,
definitely
they're
above
an A
us.
tier.
Yeah, if they do it again, definitely an A tier. Virginia Tech. I'll also give them a B tier.
I'm giving them a C.
You give them a C.
I'm giving them a C. C plus. That's what I'm giving them.
C plus. Okay, that's fair. C plus is fair to me because
They're better.
like
They're better than Pitt,
better
especially in
than Pitt,
recent memory.
and like they've had times where they've been B tier quality, but just have not pushed enough to be getting the A tier yet. Syracuse,
I'm going
I
low
have to
B.
give them a B. I'm about to say I
going
have
low
to
B.
give them a B. I'm gonna put them above Boston College still, but yeah, definitely a B because Syracuse they've shown up recently. I didn't even know Syracuse could be
Syracuse
like
be nice like that. They do
they've
be
been
nice
nice.
like that. Like they ain't
Stanford.
consistent, but they because Syracuse was the reason why Clemson got into
Yeah.
the ACC title game. So yeah,
Yep, man. We got let's see here. Not Syracuse, but Stanford.
y'all gave me Christian McCaffrey. That puts you better than Pitt.
They're below Pitt.
No.
Just because Christian McCaffrey was a team like he was when he first got, just because he was the team.
So Andrew Luck wasn't nice.
Just because he was the team,
Andrew Luck wasn't nice.
Andrew Luck was before Christian McCaffrey,
but Andrew Luck wasn't nice either.
In recent memory, name 2 players in recent memory.
Hold up. How you gonna tell me that when Luke Kuechly came along before Christian, and we let
Boston
Name
College
me somebody out of
Boston
College. Name me somebody out of Boston College outside of Luke. If you gonna do me on
that just got drafted, the defensive end, Ezraku.
Did he get drafted?
Yes.
Wait.
Second round.
I know Stanford got somebody that got drafted.
Who?
I ain't paying attention to him. But I know I saw Stanford. Nah, because I know I saw Stanford.
I know Stanford. Yeah, there's normally always a lineman.
He said who?
It's almost always a lineman. And I'm not going and not knocking Stanford for their linemen. They got good linemen. But they haven't had a good specialties guy since what? I think they might have got a tight end out of there like recently, but I don't know. And then on top of that, like I said, even like series wise, like Stanford was one loss away from being tied with Florida State.
That's different though. Why are you bringing up old stuff?
Old stuff. We were just looking at it 10 minutes ago. Moving on. Miami. I'll give Miami an A. Based off of last year. I'll give them an A because they've been working back up to what we thought Miami football could be. Now, some of the losses
they are fringe A.
Fringe A. We'll give them a high B.
No, I'll give them A. But they are very like right now they would be A.
They're bottom A.
If I would say this, if SMU had done this twice in a row, SMU would easily be over them.
And then the other thing is we got to see how they reload after losing Cam Ward, after losing Restrepo. They lost a couple of key pieces on that offense to the draft this past year. So we have to see what it looks like with Carson Beck and the depth chart. Because we've seen what Carson Beck looks like when he doesn't have a good receiving core.
True.
Louisville.
Since Lamar, I got to give him a D.
Gotta give him a D.
Like,
I think they had a pretty solid season last year.
Have you heard about Louisville like that since Lamar left?
I mean, I heard about Tyler's show.
Like, and that may just be my lack of ball knowledge, watching Louisville.
But I can concede that the D on that ranking there. I can concede that. Then no, that's why I had to add it on that ranking at the end. I had to add extra words.
That is a clip. I hope you know.
Nobody's clipping that. Nobody saw it.
I'm clipping.
Nobody heard it. Florida State. Go ahead and put them in the cheap tier.
Wow.
But
the way they did. Listen, I'm gonna give them. Honestly,
I'm gonna give them a C.
You're giving them C. I was actually thinking a B to an A.
B to an A.
But then again, that is based off more than just last season. I'm basing it off the Jordan Travis year. And then if I'm looking at the history,
I'll give them because they do have the roster for it.
And
They
it's
do
like
have the talent for it.
if we're
But
looking at
they just
history,
did not put it together last year at all.
they didn't
look
put it
lost.
together. They didn't put it together last year. But if we're looking at the history of Florida State, and truth be told, they are probably the highest beat on here because they are the only other team here that has a national championship in since the start of the 20th century.
Now I'm not even good. So
Or
now I'm gonna let you
21st.
know the reason I'm basing this rankings not off that far. I'm not going that
Okay.
far back.
The reason why I also said that is because we talked about how Clemson's been dominant. That's the only reason why I started going that far.
Well, we also been saying that because also Clemson's been consistent. Even if we only went the last 2 to 3 years, they've still been consistent.
Yeah, true.
Like yeah, they've consistently been top of the ACC every year, even if we've only been back 2-3 years. So even going back 2 or 3 years, I can give you above SMU for now.
Yeah.
And the only reason why, because just like I said, with the Jordan Travis years, they honestly would have been a whole different team outside of that got cheated out of the playoffs thing.
Got cheated out of the playoffs, and had Jordan never got hurt, bro,
Yeah,
Florida State more than likely would have contended for a title.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then like I said, but last year they just looked lost.
Yeah,
like you could tell, and once again, the DJ move, the Maliaba move, that
was
the
dope.
Uiagalelei, that was a terrible move. He shouldn't have went there. He should have stayed at Oregon State where everything was working out for him. Or if he left, he should have left and went and followed that offensive coordinator that he had and went with him, because clearly DJ is a system quarterback, and it showed. I hate it for him, but that's what it was.
Clearly
he was. Georgia Tech.
I'm gonna give him better than Virginia Tech.
I'm gonna give him a B.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna give him above Boston College, but below Syracuse. The reason why, because this Georgia Tech team, the pass game wasn't great. The pass game was
they beat him on NCAA 25. That's why he had to get him respect.
Nah, I beat them on that. Now, once again, they about went into Georgia and beat Georgia, took them to 6 overtimes.
Good God.
But like the other thing was, yeah, Georgia Tech didn't have like the most powerful passing attack in the league, but they were running with the best of them, period.
Hey.
That run game was monstrous. Then they had a defense to back it up too.
Now, as long as they don't fall back into their old ways and be like, our run game's monstrous, triple option all the time. No.
I swear to God, they bring it back. I swear they bring the triple option back.
No.
I'm gonna be so mad.
Stop it.
Nobody runs the triple option anymore.
It's
now,
dead.
North Carolina, based off of off of what we know right now and what we haven't seen, I'm gonna put it right between Virginia Tech and Pitt. Based off of what we saw last year to now, and giving a little leeway for the injuries, because Max Johnson probably would have been, if Max would have been able to lead the team for the whole season, we probably would have saw something different.
I'm pushing agendas S.
Oh, I feel like by the end of the season, we're gonna probably be somewhere around in this little area up in here.
I'm pushing agendas.
Pushing agendas S tier.
Pushing agendas S.
Cal
F.
Cheap tier.
Not cheap.
I don't have an F tier. Put an F tier here though.
Hey, Cal, if I'm being real, honestly, yeah, I'll put him below Louisville. You say hard C?
Below Louisville? I think it's a hard C. Like, is it either a barely C?
I'll go low C then.
Low C?
Yeah, I'll go low.
No, I actually, yeah, I put them right. I put them right there.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm putting them above Stanford. There we go.
He's like, I don't like your trees.
Not even that. Like, your whole mascot is a tree. Like, if that ain't California, I don't know what to tell you.
Here's the bad part. I think it's after. It's like the Stanford Cardinal. I think they're after a bird. I don't know why they have a tree as a mascot.
I can't remember. I saw a thing. I looked it up one day and I couldn't remember either. Now, Virginia.
Honestly, they're worse than Louisville.
Are they?
To my knowledge and from what I've seen in terms of consistency over like the last year and some change, I think they're worse than Louisville. And even record-wise, they're worse than Louisville from last year.
That is fair. They're better than Cal, though.
Yeah.
Then we got, last but not least, North Carolina State.
A tier. If I'm being completely honest, talent-wise, them boys always got a good to great football team. They just don't have. They just like Miami and Florida State. They don't put a season together consistently enough. But the talent is usually always there.
A tier though. Okay. So this is what we got, folks. This is our tier list for this season.
Somebody gonna crucify me, but I don't care. It is what it is.
Got North Carolina State in A tier. Okay, like I wouldn't have put them there, but I probably would put them like just behind Virginia Tech.
Oh,
or
where would you put them? Because I can meet in the middle. I
probably would have put them either here or like right here.
All right, so a middle spot between Syracuse and Georgia Tech.
Not right there. Yeah, I think that makes more sense.
Yeah, we can put it. So speaking of Stanford, right? So Stanford's athletic team are called the Cardinal, referring to the color cardinal red. The name was officially adopted in 1981, replacing the previous nickname Indians. While Stanford does not have an official mascot, the Stanford tree is a popular unofficial mascot associated with the university. So this ain't even your official mascot? Oh, drop them to D tier. Drop them to D tier. Cause what?
Not drop them to D tier.
Drop them to D tier, bro. Cause you ain't about to sit here and tell me, hey, yo, yeah, this tree we got, it ain't our official mascot. It's just there.
All right, so I'm going ahead and clipping this.
All right.
We're going to come back to this.
It's going to look bad.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's.
You know what won't look bad? You want to know the one consistent that's going to be right? Duke.
Clemson. Duke. Yeah, Duke's going to be the only constant in this.